Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Downstairs today because a little warm upstairs in my record room, but down here I got the AC cranking, so it's a little more comfortable. I haven't done a new finds video in probably 3 weeks or more. I haven't found a heck of a lot recently, except today I went to Goodwill, second time this week, and I walk in, and as I walk in, he's putting records out, so I was the first one to grab some, and really happy with what I found. Like I've always said with Goodwill, 90% of the time I strike out, but the 10% that's good is good. So today was one of those good days. First up is one of my all-time favorite guitars. Really happy to have this in my collection, and it's Django Reinhardt, and this is Djangology. This is an original from 1961. Django Reinhardt and the Quintet of the Hot Club of France with Stéphane Grappelli on the RCA label. You all know that, nothing special there. I mean, it has a little tape on the top there, but looks to be in really good condition. And for $2, you can never let Django Reinhardt sit there for $2. So, got to give these a good cleaning, but really nice for $2. Django Reinhardt and the Hot Club of France. These are all $2. Next one is a little folk music, and it's the great Josh White. And this is his album, The Story of John Henry, a musical narrative, also ballads, blues, and other songs. This is an original from 1957. Has a little tape on the side here, as you can see, but that's all right, not that big a deal. There's Josh White there. And this is on the really cool original Electra Atomic label from 1957. Love that. So, had to grab that for sure. Actually, when I was a kid, my parents took me to see Josh White sing in concert at a small club. I was probably 11 years old, so probably 1960. Another Josh White album they had there, with a great classic cheesecake cover, is Josh White, Empty Bed Blues. This is 1962. He has Bill Lee plays bass on the album with him, and Josh White Jr. joins him on one song. This is on the later Electra label that we all know. Both in mono, original. Couldn't pass it up. Josh White. Next guy, I have a lot of his albums, but this one, for some reason, I don't have, or I didn't until today, and it's Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. This is Live Bullet, 2-record set. And this is on the Red Capitol label. But yeah, big fan of Bob Seger, and live album. He's always good live. I mean, that's where he shines the most, is live. So, looking forward to digging into that one. Next one, I have no albums by this band. I'm not a real fan, but it was in the shrink. It had the sticker on it, hype sticker, so I had to grab it. And it's an original Genesis with the embossed label. And this is their album, Invisible Touch. And there's the hype sticker, still in shrink. Original price, $7.25, which is actually, when I looked up online on the Discogs, that's basically what it's worth today. So that's sort of cool. I don't have a lot by them. Came with the original inner sleeve. And there's the one side red, one side green. Not a huge Phil Collins fan, but again, for $2, I'll clean it up, add it to my collection. Something to have. Also, again, not a big fan, but again, it was clean. It was $2. Level 42. And this is a UK pressing with a hype sticker on there. Came with the original lyrics in inner sleeve. And it's on Polydor Records as the label. Again, these all need to be cleaned up, but for $2, I couldn't let it sit there. If I really hate it, I'll pass it on. And last find for today was the great Nat King Cole. And this is the Man and His Music, a 2-record set. And this is on the Capitol Green label. And I love Nat King Cole, so I have a bunch of his stuff. So whenever I see it, especially for $2, can't let it sit there. And it's a compilation, best of. Get Your Kicks on Route 66. Answer Me My Love. Love. Sung in English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, and Japanese. I never heard that one. A Blossom Fell, It's Only a Paper Moon, Nature Boy, Those Lazy, Hazy, Crazy Days of Summer, Mona Lisa, The Christmas Song, Straighten Up and Fly Right, Ramblin' Rose, Unforgettable. So, hard to pass that up. These two I got about a week ago at a different Goodwill, walking through there, and the great Steve Goodman. If you don't know Steve Goodman, he's the man who wrote City of New Orleans that Arlo Guthrie made a big hit of. Unfortunately, Steve died very young of cancer, but this became the original inner sleeve with the lyrics. He wrote a lot more than just City of New Orleans, but that's what he's basically known for. So I have a number of his albums. I didn't have this one, so I grabbed that. Great cover. Say It in Private, Steve Goodman. And while I was there at Goodwill, this I had seen before, but I never saw this particular pressing of it. And it's Steel Eye Span, Pleased to See the King. And it's a very flexible, like canvas kind of cover. If I remember, this is the UK pressing, B&C Records, 1971. Whoops. There you go. B&C. So, love Steel Eye Span. So, looking to get into that one. This is with Matty Pryor, Martin Carthy, Tim Hart, Ashley Hutchings, and Peter Knight. So, yeah, I've seen this record before. I've never seen it with this particular cover, and I don't have this one, so glad to add that back into my collection. Next one, cover sort of beat, but the guy's name is Felix Pacifica, who was a big studio musician in the folk era, and then joined Mountain, and was the bass player for Mountain for many years. There he is. Very sad life. It ended up his wife shot him to death, I think it was. This is a promo, white label promo. Don't Worry Ma, Felix Pacifica. Again, I haven't cleaned this yet, so I haven't really had a chance to listen to it. But they're white label promo, Felix Pacifica, 1979. Yeah, very tragic, sad life. A lot of drugs. And like I said, unfortunately, he was shot to death by his wife. So I gotta see if I can clean all this writing off the cover, but looking forward to digging into that too, Felix Pacifica. The next couple I got at a antique mall nearby. Didn't pay a heck of a lot for them, but more than $2. The first one is a great album, a great group called the New Lost City Ramblers. And this is with Tom Paley, Mike Seger, and John Cohn. They were formed in the mid-50s and played a lot of what they called old-timey music. Very traditional playing, fantastic stuff. Pete Seeger's younger half-brother. And this came in on the Folkways label. We all know that blue label, Folkways. And being lucky enough to find it, it also had the original booklet that Folkways always put out with all their records, with all the lyrics and stories about the songs. So, cool find. Love that old-timey music. And I have a number of Mike Seger albums. I always, whenever I see anything by him solo, I grab it. And New Lost City Ramblers, big fans. So there you go, Folkways, Moonshine and Prohibition, sung and played by the New Lost City Ramblers. Another one I picked up, I think I paid $8 for this, maybe something like that. What can you say, man? Fantastic. Memphis Jug Band double album, 28 songs on Yazoo Records, covered by R. Crumb. I mean, come on. How can you pass that up? Let that sit there. Fantastic. I'll see you in the spring when the birds begin to sing. Memphis Jug Band Blues, Beale Street Mess Around, Stealin', On the Road Again, Cocaine Habit Blues, Casey Moan, etc., etc. And great cover by the great R. Crumb. And this is on Yazoo Records. So, really glad to add that to the collection. These all need to be cleaned. I gotta do a cleaning session sometime soon to get these right so I can listen to them. And the last one was jazz album I picked up, and this was picked up at a local store, so I paid up for it, but I'm real happy with it. And it's Duke Pearson, great jazz piano player. And on this with him is Freddie Hubbard on trumpet, Garnett Brown on trombone, James Spaulding on alto sax, Jerry Dodigan on alto and flute, Stanley Turretine on tenor sax, Duke Pearson on piano, Gene Taylor on bass, Grady Tate on drums. Just a great album in the original shrink with the original price of $4.75. Worth a little bit more than that today. And it's on the black and blue Blue Note label. Great album. Really happy to add it to my collection. So there you go. That's some new stuff I've picked up recently. I'm still waiting on a collection. Guy called me on the phone last week and said a friend of his passed away. He has a basement of like 700 records. He wanted to give me first dibs on it. I'm still waiting. I called him once or twice. I'm waiting to hear. So if that does develop, I will definitely make a video and show you guys what I found. Okay? Hey, if you like what you saw, give me that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel. And until next time, peace.